Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA video, we're going to be talking about the 5 locations that Rockstar have been considering for the next Grand Theft Auto game. So, in case you guys missed my video earlier, we were discussing a leaked Rockstar document that contained some notes and some sort of drafting ideas on what they were doing, and that was in mid-2012. Now, the bulk of that and what we got out of that had to do with the missing single-player DLCs for GTA 5. However, there was apparently some information on the location of the next GTA game. So according to Ash, who is like the founder of this document, he's a member on the GTA forum site, he said the only mention of the next GTA in the document is very pre-production and drafting ideas, list possible places they could take. And a lot of people were wondering, what are those possible places they could go to? And then Yan, who you guys know, actually chimed in and listed those 5 places. And this is it right here. So the first location is Miami, which we know would be fictional Vice City. The second is some random small town. Thanks for the great detail, Rockstar. Vegas in the 1970s, somewhere snowy like Chicago or Detroit. And then the 5th one is Mexico City. So let's start with Miami, which we know would be Vice City. And I think this would be the most likely option. And I think this would also be the most popular option that Rockstar could do, because going back to Vice City would obviously be a fan favorite. People know the city. They remember playing it a couple of years ago. It's also the only city, or one of the few cities in the GTA series, that has not gotten a upgrade in the HD universe. So that would obviously be pretty cool. And it also lines up with one of the more recent reputable leaks that has come out. So this came from The Know, and it talked about how GTA 6 was going to take place in Vice City, and also South America was going to feature a female lead character and have a 2022 around their release. So having it set in Miami would confirm the leak that just came out, that it is going to take place in Vice City. Now, of course, that is only one option. There was 4 other options that we saw on there. The next one is some random small town. Now, I'm not sure what that is supposed to mean. Maybe it's some small town in the United States. Maybe it's some small town in another country along the world. I'm not sure. Unfortunately, that doesn't give us a whole lot of detail, so I really can't expand on that. The next one, though, is very interesting, and it is something I can kind of expand on, and that is Vegas in the 1970s. So this would be interesting for a couple reasons. Number one, this would mean Rockstar would be going back in time, which is something we've never seen before. Since GTA Vice City, it's always been going up by about a decade. 80s, 90s, early 2000s, and then what we have today, like 2013. So this would be very interesting. Now, I do like the setting. I think the 1970s is very cool, and I think Las Vegas is very cool. So this means we would be returning to Las Venturas, which is another city that is yet to be remastered, or I guess I should say made, for the HD universe. So I definitely like the setting. It sort of gives me like that Fallout New Vegas vibe, which I really enjoyed. The only problem with the 1970s is it seems we're going to be missing a lot of our modern day sort of amenities. If you have a game featured in the 1970s, that's obviously going to limit the number of cars you can add into the game, because you couldn't do cars from the future. It also sort of eliminates the attire that you can wear, sort of the guns that you can have, things that you can do in and around the city. You are going to be limited based off of the time period you're in. So I'm not sure if Rockstar would feel almost too limited by that. So that's the third option. The fourth one is somewhere snowy, like Chicago or Detroit. Now, for me, this kind of reminds me of Carcer City, which would actually be pretty cool. It hasn't never been really featured in the GTA series. This is the setting for Manhunt, but I would like that. I think Chicago, I think Detroit, somewhere snowy would be really cool. We've almost never really had that. I mean, we had Liberty City, which is a big, dense metropolis, but we never experienced snow. We never experienced anything like that. And as I mentioned earlier, you sort of have the built-in Carcer City play. So if Rockstar wanted to do that, they could just say, hey, we're going to Carcer City. So again, that right there, pretty cool stuff. I think that would be a nice option. I'm not sure how many people would really enjoy that, but I know that that would be one that I would personally like. And then you have, by far, the most interesting of them all, Mexico City. And I wonder if this ties into the leak as well, because Mexico City is obviously not in the United States. It's the capital of Mexico. And the only time we've seen Rockstar go to Mexico was in Red Dead Redemption, where you spend about half the game there. Now, Rockstar has gone on the record saying that Grand Theft Auto is based off of a parody of the United States. So it would be very strange for them to solely set a game in Mexico City, but I think this could tie into the Project America's leak that says Grand Theft Auto 6 will be going to South America for some missions. So maybe Rockstar scrapped the idea of Mexico City and instead is going to have us flying to South America instead. Mexico, in case you don't know, is in Central America. South America would be places like Brazil or Argentina or Chile or something like that. So again, pretty cool stuff right there. I definitely like that idea, but I certainly wouldn't want the game to be featured permanently in a place like Mexico or South America, because I do think the game does rely heavily on American pop culture, making fun of the United States in many cases, and I think that GTA just works best in the United States in sort of that environment. So anyways, according to those leaked Rockstar documents, those are the 5 locations that they're playing around with for the next GTA game. Whether it's going to be GTA 6 or Vice City 2 or Mexico City, we don't know. But I did think this is pretty interesting, especially given one of the more recent leaks from a source, The Know, citing they have an inside source at Rockstar who figured out this information. So, like I said, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of this and more. And in the comments right now, I'm going to have 5 comments. I'm going to have Vice City, some random town. I'm going to have Vegas in the 1970s, snowy Chicago or whatever, and then Mexico City. What I want you guys to do is thumbs up the one you would want to see the most. And it'll be interesting to see which comments ultimately rise to the top. So be sure to do that in the comments of this video. I'd love to hear and see what you guys have to say down there. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, where you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.